Hey, so I'm packing my bike for Mazurska Petla Rowerowa and it's going pretty well. So on the top, on this freaking device, which is supposed to hold your phone, I just zawiesiłem. Yeah, you know the word. These things, so sleeping bag and tent, and they are on the steering wheel and on the back, borrowed from my uncle. Some sakwas rowerowas, one here, and I also have this, but maybe I don't need to use it. So far so good. Have only a few other things to pack. And bro, you know you're going for a trip in the nature when you buy some cabanosy and some nuts. Nah. And here is the map of the Mazurska Petla Rowerowa. I'll start in Pisz and hopefully go around. Or maybe I will die somewhere in the middle. Well, let's see. Thank you. So fortunately I didn't die in the middle, nor the start nor the end, still alive. So in general, I started in Pisz, which is on the south side. I went to the north to Węgorzewo, and then I went south again to Pisz, and I didn't do this loop on the left, which is from Ryn to Mrągowo. I just went straight from Ryn to Mikołajki. On the first day, I started from my home, so I rode my bike to the Warsaw Central Station. And then I took a train from the central station. On the picture it says east, but I took it from the central. It's the same train. And in Olsztyn, I switched to the regional train, which is heading for Ełk, and I stopped in Pisz. On the left it says Johannesburg, which is the German name of Pisz. And when I arrived, started cycling and went from Pisz to Marcinowa Wola. First day was quite hardcore for me, as all the previous week I was sick. I had sinus infection, which I still feel a little bit now. So on the first day I couldn't breathe through my nose at all. I had to use a lot of tissues and I was breathing mainly through my mouth. But in the next days I was feeling better and better, though I was still using tons of tissues. And the first night I slept in the wild, didn't use any campsite. On the second day I was appointed to meet with my mother, and we were supposed to ride bikes together to check out some of the beautiful lakes in the Mazur district. So I head out from Marcinowa Wola, came to Miłki, where I met with my parents, and with my mom we did as follow on the pictures. We went to number 3 and number 4, and this number 4 is called Ublik, and there are two beautiful lakes. The small Ublik, Ublik Mały, is a really beautiful lake with emeraldish color, quite unusual for Polish lakes. And then we went together to Wyszowate, where we split up, and then by myself I went to Rydzewo, where there was a campsite and I could use some slightly warm water. Third day, feeling better and better, head out from the campsite at Rydzewo and did around 60 kilometers, going through Giżycko, Węgorzewo, and finishing at a wild campsite in Radzieje. There was a beach, and next to the beach people set up some tents and some campers, but this place was not paid as it was just wild camping. Fourth day, feeling better and better, more confident in my possibilities, as I'm not a big bike rider. So I was quite happy with the 77 kilometers, which I did, which it took me almost like all day to do, as I was chilling along the way. And I came to a small random village called Nowy Most. Um, and it has really beautiful campsite. It's in the middle of the forest, maybe not middle, but the edge, and it's by the river. It has small little cute houses, which are also quite cheap, 100 for two people for one night. So I think I would love to come back to this place. The hornets and butterflies, or motyle i te chrabąszcze? Nie wiem. Nie, szerszenie. Fuckersy. To drzewo chyba, nie wiem, musi być jakieś soczyste, bo wszyscy je okupują. Fifth day, I had some attractions planned. The day before, a lady from a restaurant recommended me a zoo in Kadzidłowo. You can see their animals which naturally live in Polish forests. For example, wolves, deers, or some big cats, which the names I don't know in English. And this zoo is also in the middle of the forest, so you could say the animals in theory live in their natural habitat in theory. Then I went to Krutyń, where you can swim kayak through a river, though it was a big mistake because on that day there was a Polish holiday, Assumption holiday, and there were tons of people on the river, and it was just loud and a lot of people. So I was just rushing to get through, and after like 3 hours my arms and my back muscles were exploding. So this type of experience. And when I finished, I had a short road to Ruciane Nida, where I found some small campsite. On sixth day, I was almost finished, so I didn't make my tent. I left it in the campsite, and I was mainly just chilling. Did a little bit of cycling in the area. Did a little bit swim. Wanted also to do a run, though it was extra hot, so I decided just to sleep. And yeah, it was just chill day, just relax, you know. On the seventh day, I was officially finished. Yay! I came to the place where I started, which is Pisz. Though I didn't stop there for long, I went to Łupki, where I found some nice campsite with some nice Polish woman who was screaming and swearing all the time. Lovely experience of Poland, 10 out of 10 recommended. And I slept there. On the 8th and the last day, it was time to come back to the reality. And I went from the campsite to Pisz to take a train. And I took the same route as on the picture. One switch as in the start in the Olsztyn main. And came back to Warszawa Gdańska. And from Warszawa Gdańska, I cycled back to my home. And that's the end. The trip in numbers is 360 kilometers cycled on bike, which is the longest trip I did so far. It is 7 nights slept in a tent, which 3 first nights were shittingly cold, while the other 4 were quite pleasant and warm. It was 150 used tissues to clean my freaking nose. It was countless smiles, hellos, dzień dobrys, and chests to other bikers, runners, or just passers-by, and it was unlimited and uncountable amount of fun and of good memories. Thanks a lot for tuning into this week's episode of Crazy Biking in Mazur District. It was your host Miko speaking. End of transmission.